What up, everyone? We are back with Intelligent Design and this playthrough that Sean and I are really excited to work on with you guys and show you the update, the genetically modified update, which we've worked pretty hard on over the last couple of months for the first Pillbug game. This is Intelligent Design. If you want to go back and watch the first video, that will bring you right up to speed where we are and what we're doing. But if you can't be bothered to do that, I will give you a very quick overview of what's gone on in Dave's World. I think that's the official name of this particular world.
Is that what we're calling it?
Dave's World. Yep.
Dave's World.
So. I don't know. It just came to me as a name. What can I say? So, what Dave's World has been doing. Has been flourishing, obviously, but also learning quite a lot of different things. I think there's been a lot of learnings going on. So we're in the pause menu at the moment, just so that my world doesn't get ahead of me on this particular stream. If you cast your eyes up and left, or just up from where I am, you can see our stats for our plants, our herbivores, and our carnivores. So right now we are on plant generation 13. That means I've unlocked all the plant genes that are available, and we are rocking through the generations of plants. And I currently have 1,788. So a number so big it's hard to say. That's how many plants I have. I have a measly 15 herbivores, and we are on herbivore generation 1. So I'm a little bit surprised by that, because I definitely saw eggs and I definitely saw new herbivores being born. So maybe that's my 4 of 12. Maybe that's what that means. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. And then to the right of that, there's the carnivores, which we have a big fat zilch. 0 carnivores. So
yeah, we haven't even touched the carnivores yet.
No, you don't want to touch carnivores, Sean. That's a given.
Yeah,
that's a given.
Mm-hmm.
So if you shufty just a bit to the right, to the center screen, you will see my key performance targets. This is not an extension of my day job. This is just something we have to do within the game. And 10 herbivores born in the wild. So I'm hoping some herbivores that we've set up on the last stream will bear fruit, go forth and multiply, and we'll have plenty of herbivores born in the wild.
Yeah.
Below that, research 1,000 herbivore science. That's going to be something I want to do anyway, because we're working on those herbies, making them a bit better, and then create a species of carnivores. So you can see the game's leading me towards bigger and grander things. So let's jump in and let me show you around Dave's World. So you may remember, Sean, from not that long ago, that we'd set up a neat little plateau up here of mega massive chunky plants, and they're doing all right. They're kind of in this weird druidic circle. Let's upgrade that while I'm looking at it, and they're kind of surviving. They're doing all right. They're not multiplying like I thought they might. Like I thought I'd set them up for.
What was the aim with those ones again?
Yeah, rub it in. The aim was for them to live fast, die young. So just go mad over the top of that. So I got that, I think it's fair to say, genetically very wrong, which was interesting. Because they survived a long time. They seem to be surviving a long time, and they don't seem to be multiplying.
Yeah.
So that's and they're not dying. So yeah, that just did not work at all. So then there's my kind of daisy chain of radars going up there. So we might put another one of those down at some point.
Yeah.
And then this is where we started. This is where life started on Dave's World, which was down here with my collectors and my first research station. And this has gone a bit cray-cray while we were kind of had our eyes elsewhere in this particular world. This is none of my doing. I don't know how this happened.
Well, this is a proper random thing, yeah?
This is life finding a way, Sean. See, we waited 20 minutes last stream. Boom, in there for the first 2 minutes. yeah, this is life finding a way and actually probably taking over and being a bit of a problem.
Yeah.
So,
well, is it a problem? Why is it a problem?
well, I don't know, because it feels like it's there's me meticulously trying to do something and failing up here, and all the while this has just been kind of taking care of itself, doing its own thing, and I've got no idea what's going on. So maybe part of this stream will be figuring out what the hell happened here and why this has spread so much, and I guess so well, because I mean, like as we said last week, this is actually, it's kind of bridged this geographical gap here, and it's, it's going to take over the world. It's going to take over my world, and I'm not sure about that. Look, we just saw one there, just like fired across this gap like some kind of catapult.
So so is the gap? Because they're spreading that way as well, right?
Yeah.
I'm kind of half looking and I'm half making sure we have told the world that we are streaming.
Okay, thank you. So you just have to take my word for it. These guys are like trebucheting from one side to the other here, which is crazy. Not what I was expecting at all. But super interesting. So it kind of there we go. There's another one. Look how freaking far that thing's going. I came from like over there. So that's what's happening topside. And I think, to be fair, these guys are just going to spread. They're just going over here. Like, we did start some mess over here, but these guys are just taking over. Look at them going. They're like fireworks. So I don't think we have much. I don't think anything stands a chance against these guys. These guys are going crazy. And then down here, let me take you down into my crevasse. That's not something you hear very often. Yeah, it's not something you hear too often. Right, this is where, in order to not completely obliterate my plants elsewhere, this is where I'd created life. I'd created herbivores. So there are 3 left. 3. We start.
So and 4 herbivores have been born in the wild. So do you remember how many you created?
That just died. How many did I get? Tons, absolute tons. At least like 4 or 5 different kind of spawns of random herbivores, and 1 or 2 of. There he is. That was one of my last herbivores, fading slowly into the ground. So yeah, that was that. What's happened? Like in the 10 minutes I've been showing you around my world, like we've had 13 herbivores die, Sean.
Yeah, it happens. Stuff happens.
Death is a part of life. Okay, so I mean, I was going to show you all my herbivores. Now it's going to be a task to actually try and find the 2 remaining herbivores. So I mean, they might not even be here. They might have kind of ran off. So there was a massive fire down here towards the end of my last stream. And look, just life has recovered. Everything is just fine down here.
Presumably, is it worth having a look at your graphs?
Yes,
we can see.
Yeah. Always with the graphs. Okay, here we go. So yeah, plant population holding steady, growing, doing all right. That's good news. Probably maybe too well. Who knows? And then herbivores. You can see here, like. That must have been when I started streaming just a minute ago, and we're taking a nosedive there. That is, that's a tough story to see. And my score, it's going okay, and there's a lot of squiggles here. I'm sure they're important. So those are my graphs. So. I don't know. I mean, I know the game's trying to say, let's do some carnivore stuff. Let's go carnivore.
Is the game saying that? I suppose it is in the. No, it is totally saying that.
Yeah, create a species of carnivore. Can we do that whilst I am, not really solid on my herbivore? Population.
Well, I mean, like, what do you think?
Well, my thought is no, like don't start eating things until you've got a solid, because I could spawn a ton of herbivores, randomly, not really caring, and then just spawn a couple of carnivores, maybe the carnivores eat the herbivores before the herbivores just die, and that's okay. But I think I was about to say the scientist in me, but there is not a scientist in me at all. Wants to make sure my herbivore population is stable.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe even growing before we start throwing things in out there that are eating them.
Yes, that would probably make sense.
So, what I'm going to suggest, Sean, is that because last time we did not do very well at showing off one of the features of the game, which is the force fields of the radars. So I'm going to.
You've probably got enough to buy even more radars.
I got tons. I'm just going to buy loads of radars. Well, not loads. I'm going to build a radar here, and then I am going to make sure I don't build another one randomly. I'm going to toggle my force field. Why is my force field showing up there? That's weird. Okay. This is the force field basically. It's for that one. That's why it's all over there.
Did you click it?
Yeah, let's max that one. There we go. Wrong force field, Sean. Wrong force field. Let's look at a different force field. Get back to that force field. Can I then click on this one? Okay, cool. So this is this force field. Okay, so I can toggle this force field, and as you can see, like this is the 4 points, the 4 corners of this particular force field are represented by these handy glowing squares here, and you can see it. You can actually see the force field, the wall of the force field. So if I try and just like bonk, like I can't get in. Bonk, that's the force field. It stops the player as much as it stops everything else.
But do notice how there is no roof.
Yes, obviously I can then come in and then I can bonk the wall from this side as well. There we go. Cool, force fields. Excellent news for scientists, because if I shrink this a little bit, let's shrink it like here, right? Okay. What I can then do is just zoom on in here and start spawning some herbivores in my containment area. Okay, so let's say my herbivores are super good at being herbivores, unlike my previous herbivores, and they just decimate this plant population. That means at least they are contained from the rest of this plant population.
And in theory, they should be it should be easier to get them to breed because they're stuck in a smaller space.
Good point. Doesn't work for pandas, but could work for my herbivores.
Does it not work for pandas?
Well, I mean, you've got to put them together in a confined space, but they don't breed very well, even still. So,
well, I guess there's more to it, right, than just putting
No, that's it. That's all there is to it. So, let's breed some non-panda herbivores. So, these are actually. Before I want to see if I've got an unlock, because I do.
Well, yeah, I can see that.
So, I've unlocked a herbivore gene. I'm going to think short term and unlock a second herbivore gene with my bonus, so that we have maximum herbivore information before, or maximum that I can have before we start this mini experiment.
How does the bonus stuff work again?
How does the bonus stuff work? So you get bonus science here. This is my total science. So this is racking up across all three different organisms. And that's going to crack up, and you can choose where you put that. So it means you can unlock carnivore genes before you've even spawned your first carnivore. So that's kind of useful if you want to do that. But I wanted maximum herbivore information because I want to create a stable set of herbivores. So this is what I've got available to me. So max speed, turning speed, cohesion, and alignment. I think I had those on the last stream, and now we probably had some of these unlocked as well. I think we went down to sense. I remember kind of saying I have no idea what sense means. Cautiousness, that's interesting. Presumably very relevant for carnivores, but also maybe about kind of how the herbivores are willing to expand their horizons and try different parts of the world and head off and all that kind of jazz. Field of view, interesting. Like you did say at one point, maybe your herbivores are blind. Maybe.
Yes, that's something that could happen.
Maybe that field of view was like this, and that would have been potentially disastrous for that herbivore. I'm pretty sure herbivores want as big a field of view as possible to avoid predators. Eyes going that way, rather than the predators going this way.
There's a big fire over there.
Jesus Christ, there is a big fire. Okay.
And just, am I coming through your speakers?
No.
When I talk loudly, I heard myself.
Well, is that just because of your?
Is that because of
my
your extremely loud voice?
Or are you in that echo chamber again?
I don't know, maybe.
So yeah, this fire is happening, which I'm not going to let me distract me too much, but it's beautiful in the background. Let's have that in the background as we watch our world burn. I'm just going to turn my music down a little bit, as much as I like it. There we go. So, and then the last one is metabolism, which I'm assuming works roughly the same way that the other one does, which is about how quickly those herbivores metabolize their food. Probably a good thing. Probably could be disastrous if it's too high. So there we go. Okay, so we're not having any weird shape-making British herbivores this time. We are going to have some fully effective scientific herbivores. So
okay. Is it worth loading those ones up? Seeing what they were? I can't remember what they...
it could be. I'm just going to quickly build a quick research station so that we are ready to learn from our new herbivores. So there's the British Herbies. Let's load them. They interestingly had maximum field of vision, I think. But this is what they were doing. So I wonder what generated that strange behaviour. I guess we won't know. Maybe cohesion plus.
So what was the strange behaviour? That was the kind of walking around in a...
They seemed pretty interested in pentagrams. That was the strange behaviour. Yeah. Spinning on the spot in a pentagram shape. So yeah, make of that what you will. I don't know. Let's throw caution to the wind. That's would that be the other way? Would these be very cautious? I was guessing they would be very cautious. So I'm just gonna say these guys just don't. These guys don't care. Like they have no worries in the world.
Top cautiousness. What? Or
no bottom cautiousness, right?
Okay, right, yeah.
That would be how I would read that. Sense. God. I want to say from a thematic point of view, they have no sense, but that's probably not what this sense means. So because I don't really understand it, I'm going to put it in the middle.
Okay, that's a good. That sounds good.
Obstacle avoidance. I mean, what's going on with this? Am I running them through obstacle courses? What's the deal? What obstacles do these guys have?
I can see a few on there.
Like what?
Like what things you might not want to go straight into on the landscape.
Things like that, like literally they will just fall off a cliff if the obstacle avoidance is not good. Interesting. Okay. Well, I mean, I think we can put that right down because I've got them in a force field. Like I'm literally cradling them in a safe space. So like, I mean, maybe this means they're going to careen into my radar tower and my research station, but who knows? Separation. I don't know why we skipped over metabolism, but separation. Do you want them far apart? No, we don't. I think we want them quite close together so I can watch them closely. Alignment. I have no idea what alignment means. So that's going in the middle.
Good, cool.
Cohesion and separation. Just, I mean, that those are synonyms. So like, or antonyms. What on earth does that mean?
What does that mean?
Well, as in like the opposite of the synonym.
Okay.
So
like
what
if you
they're
both
opposites.
high, like what's
So if so that's what I'm saying. So if like cohesion is at 100 and separation is at 100, do they cancel each other out, or like? So I don't know how that works. That to me makes linguistically is a struggle. So I'm going to put that in the middle. Turning speeds. I mean, what are they? Tankers? I have no idea. So middle on max speed, and you know what? I'm going to crank metabolism pretty high up. I want these guys to eat, and I want them to eat well because they're my way of controlling this mass.
So is that's the goal is to get rid of those plants?
Well, not get rid of it. Well, yeah, I think the primary goal is have a stable population of herbivores that are going to breed at least 10 in the wild, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That's what I really want. Secondary to that, is that they could maybe help with making sure this just doesn't take over everything. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm going to save these guys, and I'm going to call them. I am going to call them Fire Squad because they are basically my attempt to stop this from going out of control. Safety, Fire Squad. And then we're going to make 1, 2, and 3. Why 3, Sean?
What? I don't know.
Because it's the magic number.
Okay, that's a good reason.
Seems a good enough reason to me. Right, so let's get rid of this, and let's watch them. Let's watch them wherever they've gone. I hope they haven't just like immediately died.
Yeah.
That would be a bit of an accident.
They're
tiny. It's because of their eggs. Okay, so let's wait for their eggs. Right? No, they're just tiny. They are tiny. That's going to make watching them quite difficult, seeing as they are tiny and they are also really fast. So,
yeah.
Or are they really fast because they're tiny?
Or maybe because they're tiny, they look fast.
That's it. You ever used to play like small characters on games like World of Warcraft because it felt like you were going quicker, even though the speed was exactly the same?
Yeah. Maybe.
You didn't do that?
No.
I used to never play Tauren just because of that.
Are they still small?
No, sorry, Tauren are the big guys, aren't they? So, like, I never used to play that because it always just felt like you were going slower than everyone else.
Yeah. I think I did used to play that race. Tauren?
Tauren.
Yeah.
Anyway. So, I think these are 2 separate packs, or maybe the same pack. Let's see if we can find some of my other Fire Squad.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out if you see them.
I'm like 6 seconds behind you, so it's going to be hard for me to help.
Especially at the speeds they're moving.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, like biomass or size wasn't an option on my.
So you haven't unlocked. Well, I mean, we're presuming that that's a gene you can unlock.
Have I? Oh no! I toggled off my force field.
Oh. How did you do that? When did you do that? By mistake?
By mistake. But don't worry. I found them. I found some of them.
Yeah, it's not on at all.
Yeah, it is now.
Okay.
It is now.
Yeah.
Okay. So I can patrol my
already
force
out
field. It says one that could be. We could have a containment breach. There's definitely one set that's inside. I mean, that's kind of interesting from a scientific point of view as well, right? Like
that you got one set on the inside that are not moving.
Yeah. Oh no, there they go. There they go. They're off. And that will see their look. Bonk! That shouldn't be as funny as it was.
Are they trying to get out?
They just went tonk straight into it. Yeah, they're trying to get out. Oh, that seems bad. Oh, I feel really bad. Guys, what are you doing? Like, they're like my cats. Like, you've got a whole area here to play with, and they're like, I want out.
Just going around the edge of the
I just want out.
Field.
They're stuck in the corner. You're going to see it in a couple of seconds. They're just stuck in the corner.
Nice.
Oh, that's depressing. Is that because they're not cautious enough? Like, right, okay, that's fine.
Like, what?
Let's find the others.
No.
The others are out. The others are out. There they are.
Yeah.
Hello. And they're breeding. So.
Are they breeding already?
That's good. Yeah, yeah. Couple of eggs. Now, as we learnt last time, we have to hope they're being fertilized.
Yeah. So how many of them
Loads of eggs.
laid eggs? Did they all lay eggs? Because if they all laid eggs, that's bad news.
No, I think the group that just like are stuck in the corner over there.
I think I just saw one fertilize an egg actually.
Okay.
You can tell if they've fertilized because they'll start moving because there's something in it.
Oh, the egg will start moving. Okay.
Yeah.
These look a bit still at the moment. Let's have a look at some others. That one's rotating. Does that count?
It was the egg's rotating.
Yeah.
That could be that it's moving. That could be that.
Okay. All right. So the guys that broke free, life finds a way.
Yeah.
They seem to be doing all right. Like, I do have another force field, but I don't think it's big enough to keep them in.
No.
Look, I mean, whoa! This guy's gone. Look at him. Brilliant. He's like, I got nothing to live for. And they survived. They survived that drop. Wow. Okay, these guys could.
Holy crap! There's loads. Like when you look down that. I mean, I again, like this is. We need to find a way where I'm not like so far behind. But there's a lot of plants down that.
Yeah,
crevasse, right?
Yeah, definitely. Now though, there are about to be a bunch of herbivores down this crevasse.
So are they all falling down? That's an interesting thing, isn't it?
Yes.
Oh, is fire again?
Is there fire? Yeah. There's a bit of fire.
Yeah.
Yeah, just a little bit. So yeah, that's great. Like, look at those guys. Just, I mean, I appreciate. I put cautiousness down to 0 because I was like, "Wah, there's going to be nothing wrong."
They laid eggs. They've laid eggs in
the crevasse. Yeah. So like,
crevasse.
This is in real trouble. Like real talk trouble. If these herbivores are just like mass breeding, destructing, food eating machines, this is Dave's World Armageddon potentially. So I'm a little worried about this.
Well, if they don't fertilize those eggs,
they're not. Are they being moved by the herbivore?
I don't know.
Because they're rotating.
Okay. So maybe.
I mean, the thing is, like, this isn't skyrocketed yet. Like, my herbivore population has not gone bananas. So maybe I'm, worrying for no reason. Maybe I'm like freaking out unnecessarily.
Yeah.
I don't know. I do not know. Well, there's a dead herbivore, so I don't know what went wrong there. Maybe there's something he ate. Okay, so these guys down in the crevasse, not what we had intended. All that talk about first force fields, people, you got to turn them on. That's lesson number 1. Interestingly, too, you can have crisscrossing force fields. So, like this guy.
Yeah, you could set like little tiny. If you crisscross 2, you could get like a little box.
Yes. So I got one in here. I got nobody in it. I've got some plants in it, but sorry, my cat's attacking one of my chairs. Stop that! Come on, come say hi to the people of the interwebs. Yeah, I know. Playing a game. Trying to make some herbivores. The kind of herbivores you eat. Right. So I don't think I want crisscrossing at the moment. So I'm going to try and toggle this force field, which is not my strength. I think it's fair to say. Force field toggling. Okay, there we go. So that way, this one is free and easy. Right. So if these guys got out of the corner yet? That's the question. Is this force field on? Have I turned it off again?
No, it's on. I think it's on.
It looked on.
You
Yes,
change the
it's on.
size of it, right? So if they were in the corner, would they have got pulled in?
I think I changed the size of the big one in the middle. I think that's what I changed the size of.
Okay.
So let's have a look. Would they have got pulled in though? Is that?
I don't know. I'm not entirely sure. Like, quite possibly, yes.
What are you here for if you don't know questions like that?
Well, I like they should. It depends how fast you moved it. I think.
Okay. Interesting.
But yeah, no, I think it probably did. Like, it would pull them in.
Well, my herbivore is tanking again. Like, so I'm guessing they're all dead in here. They just spent their lives. Oh no, there's one. The lone herbivore. Spending his life not run. Just when you see them die right in front of you, and you're like,
yeah.
Why?
I was quite happy with the exploding blood effect.
It really rubs that in, you know, that
Yeah.
I can't seem to make a herbivore.
Yeah. So did they all die already?
They're pretty close. I've got 4 left.
Yeah.
So this right, okay, so like partly that's my bad on the force field, but like things were mistakes were made in the genes as well that meant these guys just did not do very well. So let's have a look. Let's have a look, Sean. What can we change here? Help a brother. Help a fellow engineer out, Sean. What am I missing?
I'm still, like, trying to sort out my setup here. Right. Okay. I think I might have. Hopefully, I'm watching you live now.
What am I
okay.
missing?
So what are we doing?
We're trying to just make a herbivore that could survive, basically.
Yeah. So, what's
these unlocks?
Well, do you think that the kind of British herbivores were that bad?
Well, let's have a look.
Or was it just where they ended up?
Let's load these guys. I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know if they were that bad. They just did. They kind of did nothing and then died. So in that sense, they're not great.
Yeah.
But also in that sense, they're no different from any of my other creations. So, like, why would they be any better than the Fire Squad? Like, what am I missing? Like, the metabolism was different. The obstacle avoidance was different.
Yeah.
Not a lot else was different. So, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. So, we're going to try again. You know what we're going to do? We're going to do another bunch of these, and we're going to keep the force field on, and we're just going to see if maybe some of them, if we get lucky with the other random genes, and that we can unlock some more genes. Because
the other thing is, you could try making random herbivores. Like, you could create some random herbivores in the different things and see if they work well, and then use that information to figure out. Like,
that's a good point. So, like, set up 3 small boxes.
Yeah.
And put a different random herbivore in it each time.
Yeah.
And hope that one of them proves to be good.
Yes.
Okay.
I think that might be one way.
I appreciate 1 is a small amount, but I think that way.
So you're putting 1 in each one.
One in each one. Yeah, that seems sensible to me. I mean, maybe it's not the most time efficient way of doing things.
You could also make some more. Like, you could make another thing. You want
do another one. Your radar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got the monies.
If any of those.
Out of range. Build more radars.
Yeah, all right. So, like, let's have a look.
I was having problems. I was like, the quality of the stream is really bad, and it's because I had it open in about 4 different places.
Okay, so that force field? Small. Right, we've got four random herbivore sets going. Let's bring up the graphs so that we can see.
And you could have a look. You can use the inspector then to have a look at those genes.
Yes, that's
see
true.
See how they randomized.
Okay, and we actually got an unlock as well.
Cool.
So that's it's a bonus. So we're talking herbivores. Let's do herbivores. Right. So these guys, they're not dead yet. So check one, and that is. Good. They are low on everything, basically.
Yeah.
Everything's pretty low.
Let me see. Field of view isn't.
True. That's the one thing they are reasonably high on. Okay.
But
Interesting.
apart from the one thing that isn't there, it's already low.
Yeah. Yes, exactly. Maximum biomass is now a gene available to us, so I can make some really enormous herbivores. Which is
that one, hey?
Definitely what I'm going to do. I am definitely going to make a massive herbivore. You know my penchant for big things. Right, let's go check in on these crew. This crew in here, box number 2. Here they are. Okay, look, a little unfortunately coloured like plants. So they are also quite low on stuff apart from field of view. Interesting. Okay, so box 1 and 2 seeming to be lobies who may.
But they were different, right? They were quite different. They're different colour as well, right?
They are a different colour, but I wouldn't say. I mean, maybe they had. And there was not a huge difference. I mean, there are differences. Don't get me wrong, but they're not like really pronounced market differences. Okay. How many are dead? A couple have died. Okay. All right. Well, it's all in the name of science. Box 3. What do you look like? Don't want to rule them out because they could be very small, and they are. Right.
Are they tiny?
They are. So yeah, they are small. Max biomass very small. Field of view high again. Again, not high on very much. Maybe a bit more separation than the previous ones. I mean, this guy's just like either he's an avid skier or he's really struggling. So
both.
Maybe. So I don't give him very long. But this guy seems to be. Well, he's skating around a bit. Not really sure which one of these 3 he wants to eat.
Nope.
There's an egg, but it's unfertilized.
That's the thing. I'm keeping half an eye on your generation. You hadn't had none of these ones have had kids yet.
No. Nope. I have a bunch of pandas. That's the problem. I need to create some breeders. Right. These guys. Box number 4. Right. What are you?
Does that box go into the trench? Can they fall off into the trench?
Yeah. Yes.
These guys look bigger though.
They are. They're a little bit bigger, but definitely bigger than the last ones, but not massively bigger than the box 1 and 2. But yeah, they've got. I think I would say they've got a little bit of an increase on some of those numbers.
Oh, someone's had a baby. 7 out of 12.
Okay. So someone has the capability of breeding. That's good. A little uptick there on our population chart. I mean, that's what we're after. That's what we need. We need someone who can actually survive this cold, harsh planet. Give me some more science. These guys are still around. Slow moving fellas. Another unlock. Okay.
Those plants are kind of interesting. They have spread out. Like they haven't. There's lots of gaps between them. They're definitely needing to not be close to each other.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Well, I mean, you saw how far they were firing their spores. Like they were just going, to the back row.
Is there one plant there's that tall one that seems to be taken over?
That thing here, yeah. You want me to have a look at it? I'm a nosy.
Well, I'm noticing that one a bit more now, and where
Yeah.
that big fire was.
Yeah.
'Cause didn't you have a big fire over that kind of way?
Yeah, it was here. It kind of thinned this out because this was a lot bigger, and then it just became like everywhere else. So yeah, I mean, like, what have we got here? We got seed efficiency. Efficiency is high. Life expectancy is high. I mean, actually, these are what I started with. Like,
Yeah.
These are because I put those first three genes up like super high, and didn't know what else was kicking around, and they've done really
and then
well.
the rest was kind of random, and they haven't changed much.
No, not much at all. Like, if I'm inspecting these properly, yeah, like they're static almost. Not much change at all.
Another herbivore has been born.
I am a god. Still my cat. Yes. Where? Which one? Which box is it, Sean? That's the key.
I don't know.
These guys. I don't think it's these guys.
But I suppose you won't know because in case one might have died.
True. Yes, my population does seem to be slowly rising. So there's an egg. No. Yes. Egg. Confirmed egg. But they were. These aren't the only ones that had some eggs in them. These guys, the guys who have to deal with the slope.
Yeah.
How are they doing? These guys were much smaller. Is that like an unfertilized egg? It's the saddest sight in this game, dude. Like, an unfertilized egg is just brutal.
Not for a carnivore.
Oh, that's true.
It's a pretty nice sight.
Sweet, easy meal, huh?
Yeah.
Okay. Touche. I think these guys are the ones that are dying.
Love it on your kind of herbivore graph just shows every single failure.
Hey, not failure. Experiment.
Happy accident.
Yeah, I mean, like, not happy for them, but you got to try things. These guys are just like nom on this planet. Like, I can't, even if these guys are the ones that are doing well, I can't have them because they just don't eat quickly enough.
What's wrong with them not eating? Oh yeah, have they even moved from that?
Exactly. Like, I want my secondary goal is to make it so that these guys actually make a dent in this.
Hang on, how many are there? 1, 2, 3. Are there 6 there?
2, 4, 5.
Oh, okay.
I think 5.
Yeah. I thought there was 6 for a second.
So I don't think it's these guys either. They haven't had time to breathe. They're just like chomp. So unless it's these guys and I'm missing them, I think it's box 2. I think box 2 is our winner.
Fire.
Yeah. I'm not even worried about fire at this point. Like, fire is a good thing.
It seems like that's the natural way of things with this plant. Oh, those blue ones are kind of cool. They look nice. What was the separation value on those? Because they seem separated.
They do seem quite far, don't they? Not that high. I mean, maybe that is high. I don't know. It doesn't seem high. It might be higher than the others, but yeah, they do seem very far apart, don't they?
And a low cohesion.
Yes. Okay. So maybe that's why then. Maybe it's more to do with the cohesion being there.
Yeah. Which one? Because separation and cohesion, you said, were the two. Was that the one you were saying they're opposite?
If you had
alignment.
Yeah, it's separation and cohesion. Whereas these guys are just, well, they're okay. They're doing alright. Their cohesion's really. There's another egg. I think these are our breeders. I think this
Which
is
ones?
it.
The light blue ones.
Yeah, box number 2. I think this is it. Like, I've seen a few eggs. There's another egg there.
So what's the... Okay, we don't have a gene to do with laying eggs yet, do we?
No, yeah. We need more science. Right, where's this? Let's crack this up a bit.
It's interesting. Yeah, especially you've got lots of money, but not so much research or something.
Well, I mean, yeah.
You're kind of spending... Yeah, like... I guess you're kind of spending the research with it unlocks.
Yeah. Well, why would I be saving it for anything else? Okay. Yeah, because I have 5 genes to unlock here still. So there's work to be done. But like, it's interesting, isn't it? Like, I think after you set up, like, money, I don't know, kind of just keeps rolling in.
You've kind of got that machine, that money machine.
Yeah, it's
like
not really
just going and yeah,
it's not a game that really like punishes you for overspending or anything. But, you can just chill out and just wait for it to accumulate again. I mean, I'm guessing box 3 just died. Like, they've just all died. Like,
so the light blues,
yeah.
Are they in a smaller box or are they in the full size? Like, I feel like that box is slightly bigger than the others.
Maybe slightly bigger. Yeah, maybe slightly bigger.
It's not a fair test. Come on.
Yeah, well, none of this is a fair test, really. They're not like... I mean, these guys got royally screwed if geography matters, and the same here. It's small. I mean, these guys didn't need a bigger box. They've just hung out on the same plant the whole time. If they're still there. Nope. Do you think they're dead? I think these guys are dead too. They just spent all that time eating and then died.
Do you think this? You know the whole like fair test thing in schools.
Yeah.
Do you think that's that's a UK thing, or do you think that happens in other places too?
Well, I would have thought within scientific communities it's pretty much a stable thing, but I think culturally beyond that, I think...
Well, no, I mean like that's kind of like saying this idea of you're taught everything else. You always talk about making it a fair test. When you do a science report, you always have to write about how is this a fair test.
Mm-hmm.
I just wondered if that's a UK thing, like that just got the way that's phrased even.
I think you're right to like the other cultures have different approaches to fairness, and what that might mean. Now again, I don't know if that really kind of constitutes, if that applies, to science. It feels like there are certain tenets of science that seem to transcend language and culture and those kinds of things. But that's not to say that other languages and other cultures don't approach science in different ways. I think that's a really interesting thing, and we obviously have a Western English bias because that's what you and I are. But yeah. So, are these guys actually still breeding? I only have 13 carnivores. 2 boxes are dead. I mean, these guys just like seem to get 1 egg and then stop. Like doing anything. Maybe I've just got a bunch of females.
I thought you thought the light blue were the winners.
Well,
is this a different?
No, I think they're the only ones that I can see have produced eggs, like for whether or not you're like a fireman. Like, that's fine. So I mean, I don't know. Is it silly to assume that these guys are the ones that have bred? Maybe box 3 bred a couple and then all died out.
I suppose the one thing about this boxing them off strategy is they can't breed with each other. So they can't share genes.
Yes.
Not that they would, but they might.
Mm.
What? There's one herbivore just kind of like going around that plant
Yeah.
over and over and over forever
just-
round the plant,
it's
but not
better
eating
than-
the plant.
Yeah, it's better than this guy. Like, what is it with these guys in force fields? They're like,
I guess they can't see the force fields. Well, I mean, I know they can't because I wrote this, but well, there you go. They can't see the force
can't see
fields.
the, I guess that makes sense. I mean, you see a fly window.
Yeah.
You know, some flies spend half their lives doing that.
Thanks for giving me that out.
So, I mean, you know, this is where my brain says, I want to throw some toys out of my pram because I can't get this to work. So
what if you throw some toys into the world in the form of random herbivores?
you think I should just spam a bunch into the world?
I mean, like, spam doesn't sound like a good science word.
No, it's not.
Like constructively spamming, maybe.
My constructive spam.
So I'm wondering if, and oh, man, like obviously I know.
Yeah, I love Sean's leading questions. They're very good.
I wonder if there would be a certain ratio of plants to herbivores that maybe you could shoot for.
I see.
Like obviously you're not going to know because like you got a risk here.
Mm-hmm.
You need to add. This is the risky thing about herbivores because with the plants you're pretty safe to just put a bunch of plants in, see if one sticks.
Yeah.
With herbivores, if you do that, you might put too many in, have some kind of super herbivore, and then goodbye ecosystem.
Good point.
So what do you think?
I think I want to make a big cow up here. I think that's what I'm going to do. That's
A big cow up
big cow.
up with the big plants.
Up with the big plants.
Yeah.
So
You might be able to do that.
what do you mean might?
But you know what's going to happen is they're just going to fall off that cliff straight away.
No.
Or are you going to?
Because I'm going to build a radar.
Yeah.
up
Okay.
here.
Clever.
Is that the furthest I can build it? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to build a radar up here.
But that's probably the right place.
Maybe it might be nice to have a radar a little bit here so I can play a bit more with the whole plateau. Right, so custom herbivore. Right, so it's going to be super slow.
Yeah.
It's going to be super. It's going to be the sludge tanker of the herbivore world.
So you're doing kind of a Nukium strategy, right?
I don't know. Did he do this with herbivore?
Well, you watched his stream. He kind of like thought, right, I'm going to make a snake, and then thought about like what a snake would be like.
So I think cohesion should be relatively low. I don't know because you get herds of cows. Maybe mid separation low. Cohesion a bit high. Don't know what alignment. Sense low. Cautiousness high-ish. Field of view through 16 metabolism nice and high. Kadoosh. And they're going to have to absorb stuff pretty quickly, I think. Whatever that means.
Probably.
Yeah, because for all that biomass, right? Like
Yeah, they're gonna.
Cow has to eat. Okay.
Yeah.
I am looking forward to seeing this. This is like, I think trying to get herbivores to work well, boring. This, make a cow. This is what people come to see.
Hold on to your butts.
Second JP quote. Yes.
I think that was the first one this evening, wasn't it? No, we've said life.
Yeah,
like every time we say life finds a way to drink.
Look at them grow! Oh my god! Look at them grow! I mean, just this plant's a goner. Like, look at those beasts. You know what we also have to make as soon as we finished here?
What?
A T-Rex.
How, like... Yes, but how is that going to be different to a cow? Oh, that's it.
It's going to be red.
Right. Yeah, okay.
It's going to eat
That's
the
the
cows,
difference.
Sean.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I kind of want to put a normal size herbivore in there just for reference.
Yeah, we're all out of reference pairs, so let's do that.
Okay, I think we can toggle. That's a different force field. I know that's a different force field. Go away.
Are you putting?
There you
So
go.
are you putting in?
I've just taken the force
the
field off.
same.
Just taking
Okay.
the force field off. Oh god! Cows in space.
Have they fallen off the side?
Yeah.
Yeah. Now it'll be interesting to see them eat the slightly smaller plants.
Yeah. Okay,
And
I'm
how
going to toggle
fast
the
they-
force field back on because, like, I don't want all of them to die. I mean, I could just spawn some more, but
But what if you've just sent the 2 males off the cliff?
I mean, they sent themselves off the cliff. That wasn't me.
Well,
Maybe
Okay.
maybe they were done with the women folk. Maybe they were like, they just talk too much. I don't know. They've gone, and now they want to get back. Now you guys want back. Typical male. Okay, so these guys, chomp chomp chomp. Pretty chilled up here.
'cause you got good plants kind of by accident.
Don't say that.
Well, these ones up here are doing pretty well though.
Yeah, by design, intelligent design. In fact, there was no
Not
there was
sure.
no
Are they
accident.
literally these same plants? That
Yeah,
have
like
not died
yeah,
normal?
yeah. They
Like
are.
literally the same 10 plants.
They're like trees essentially. They are, long-lived. Let's have a look at them. They're not even that long-lived. That's what I don't get. Like they are the same 10 plants. You're right. And
Are you sure? Maybe they're not. Are they just like the seed is not going very far, and they're slowly moving out? We kind of want to see the last stream and just.
that's true. That's a good point. There definitely was one here, and then it died, and then this one turned up. So I think
Yeah.
that's about as full on as it got. Oh my god! It's one of my cows died. Yeah, these cows are not doing so well.
No.
These guys are still there. Like, I don't know why. They just. Okay, I think we need more. We need more cows.
Uh huh.
I mean, I'm
Well, do you
pretty
know
sure.
that the cows? They're trying to get back to the others, I think, aren't they? The ones
Well,
on the
I mean,
floor.
they made their choice. Have they bred?
No way.
Or is that a third one joining? There was only 2. Don't tell me these
N-
guys.
now
are
they're-
just, now there are 3.
What? Have they had a?
They've had a kid.
Oh yeah, they've had a kid. It must have been a male and a female.
No wonder they wanted to get away from the other guys. A little bit of private time. Bow, chicka, bow, bow. Look at that. That's a third cow right there. That's good news, right? That is good news. So why have they stopped? Are they eating? They're chilling out? Post-breeding chill-out zone? That's
How do
because
you
I'm
know
really
this?
slow. Sorry, what?
How do you know they're female? Did someone go out into the park and pull up the dinosaur skirts?
Not cool. Right, we're moving on. Are we? Am I generating more cows? That's the more pressing question. Or do we let these
Are
two
you
just?
generating more cows? Are the cows generating more cows?
I think the cows are doing it. I think we need to save this first. Just so we knows. Alright, unfortunately these guys are nowhere near a research station, so I'm getting 0 science from these cows, so we are just going to...
You could probably build one and just upgrade.
Yeah, there's an egg! There's an egg! We have egg! We have egg! Look at them rush to
they're-
fertilise it! Pop, pop, pop! Look at them go.
Are they killing plants?
I mean, they're eating. They are eating. They're not eating as much as I like. They seem to be very obsessed with this wall. But we've got 10 herbivores born in the wild because there's
Do you
another
think-
cow.
Um,
Look at him go! Look, how is he just growing? He's not even eating.
age?
Age.
Yeah.
Age. Okay. Just not worried about food. Look, good boys and girls, get into my research station. I need more science to understand how you work. It's going to be a sad day where very soon I'm going to have to make a carnivore.
I'm not sure soon is the... I don't know. Like,
you don't think we're there yet?
Well, we're still at 10. We're like... These cows might be a good thing.
Yeah.
They might... Because this... Like, you've got more cows than you started with, right?
Yeah, this is a promising... Well, I mean, these guys died... Oh, no, there's still one there.
You've got a net... Like, net plus of cows. Yes?
I don't know. No, because there's 4, 5... Now I do. As long as they fertilise that egg.
Yeah.
Because we started with 5. There's 1 up there. Got 4 down here.
Mm-hmm.
Like we are...
There's another egg.
Yeah, they don't seem that fussed though. Get on that. Come on. Do your duty.
They can't get to it because the force field. Look.
What?
There's a force field. If you come.
No, they can.
No?
They've got to it.
Okay.
I know they're.
Oh,
that's yeah. Let's get rid of that. There we go. Sorry, there was a force field there. Quite right.
Is it time to get rid of the force fields? I mean, experiment done.
Well, yeah, you might be right.
Let them be free and find each other. If one of them just explode, there's a big red patch on the... Oh no, that was the...
No, I mean, I don't know if who's left in any of those force fields, to be honest.
Yeah. There must be someone because you've got 11 herbivores.
Oh yeah. I think it was these guys. I think in the middle, like, these guys managed to survive. They didn't breed very well, but they survived. Yeah, look, there he goes. There he is. What is this guy going to think when he meets one of my cows? You know what he's going to think? Holy cow. That's what he's going to think. Why do these guys... Ah, come on. You're killing me here. Get away from the cliff edge.
It's because the ones at the top... Like, are they still in a cage up the top?
Wait, you think they're trying to get back to it because of the cohesion?
They're trying to get back because they know that, yes, I think that's it.
Well, this guy's just...
want to let them free at the top. Are they trying to get...
Well, he's not going anywhere, this guy. So he's totally ruining my cows. Come on.
He might... I mean, he's just quivering on his back, so maybe he'll die soon.
Well, you know why he's going to die? He's going to die right now because I've created some carnivores.
Wait, do you want to go watch that?
Yes, I am watching it. You're just behind me.
Okay, I'm just behind you.
Right, I'm going to toggle the force field. It's going to be on so these carnivores don't end up just like running off and killing my other cows.
Yeah.
Because that would be disastrous. So, right, there they go. Oh, brutal. Look at that. Oh, that's hard to watch. Oh. Yep. I mean, you know... Although, actually, you know, he's done well. He's killed 2 of them, I think.
What, 2 of the... 2?
Carnivore 2. Yeah, well, we start with 5 and we've only got 3.
Mm-hmm.
So unless he tastes really bad, he's managed to defend himself a little bit. Just by being enormous. So the blood spatter seems to have stopped. So I'm wondering, does that mean...
So is he still being eaten? Like...
I don't know. Maybe they're just bugging him now.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, they've just let him go. God, that's got to be really stressful for these cows down here who are like... they are just basically lined up trying to watch their friend. Wow. I feel a little sick, Sean.
Yeah. I wonder if what if now you've created... I wonder if you could create these little just one big cow that sits there, like, can eat enough to survive.
Oh God, Sean.
Basically becomes... basically you're literally just milking the cow at that point, right?
Yeah, but for
Except
food...
eating chunks out of the cow.
Oh God.
Letting it heal and then eating a bit more.
Sean, I'm a vegetarian, for Christ's sake. This is difficult to swallow.
You created it.
Oh, I didn't know what I was doing.
You were so preoccupied with whether or not you could, you didn't stop to think whether you should.
You know, good work. I mean, I hope our rather modest audience appreciates the number of Jurassic Park quotes we get in to a stream. Noticeably as well, Sean, these guys are breeding.
Yeah.
We have some breeders.
Herbivores. It's working.
It's working. Sean, oh God! It's working!
Oh, that is pretty bad. They have a baby.
Well,
the baby goes and eats its chunk, and then
I feel a little sick. Okay, so
you realise this also means that the child has to breed with his parents.
Yeah, but like you know, there's a lot of eggs there. Let's not dwell too much on that. Let's do some science. Yay!
I'd like to dwell on some more.
I'm going to unlock a carnivore gene now because that's something we had to do. Yay! Okay, and what carnivore gene do we have? Speed. Good one. Pretty constant with these guys. So these guys are
another carnivore's born.
So now the cow's like, Jesus Christ, get me the hell out of here. So I'm going to toggle this force field off and see if he's going to make a break for it.
Nope.
Oh no. Right.
Have you done it already?
Yeah. Oh, my carnivores are dying.
Well, they are now that you've got rid of their food source.
No. He's over there. Like, they need to go to him rather than just chilling out. I mean, my herbivores down here are still breeding. So if this guy just kind of does what all the others did and just jumps off the cliff.
It just says spinning around in a circle. At least we know now how to play around with carnivores in the future.
Yes.
Used to chuck in a massive one of those in a cage and let it just bite chunks out every so often.
That's okay. Is that okay? Is that what have we unlocked?
T-Rex doesn't want to be fed, he wants to hunt.
Every time. You bred raptors. So yeah, this guy, I mean, he did what he needed to do, right? Like, I needed him to flush this herbivore out of there.
But no, it hasn't done what you... That herbivore is just going around in a circle.
Well, I mean, okay, so the next thing to do is just pop some closer to it and hope that this scares him off.
Yeah, and hope he gets scared off in the direction you want.
One of my cows just died down there. You know why it died? Because of this idiot. Look, yeah, it did. It scared him close to the edge. Come on. Over the edge, buddy. Come on. Over you get. Yay! Right. Now
the question is, do those carnivores follow them down?
No, we can just toggle this. There we go.
Oh yeah. So it's cruel. So you have different levels of cruelty then, because it's cruel to have the cow being a chunk eaten off and then allowed to live and heal, and then another chunk being eaten off. But apparently, locking carnivores to starve to death is ethically okay.
You're not wrong. So you know what? I'm going to give these guys some cows.
That would be. Is there at least a plant for the cows?
Yeah, of course there is.
Okay.
So yeah. Like,
we'll
why these guys are still so obsessed with the plateau when they just jumped off?
Maybe it's they're trying to get to the plants that are there.
But there's loads of plants here. Every now and again they.
Have you still got the live fast, die young ones?
Yeah.
You could put those down there.
So the herbivores, the carnivores died, Sean.
Oh.
Before
their food. Okay, right. You happy?
Well, as a vegetarian, kinda. Yeah, but I appreciate things were done in the name of science.
Those animals probably don't have a choice.
True. In the name of science, again, things have been done. I'm not necessarily proud of those things, but this is the game we find ourselves playing. So a little concerned that these eggs aren't maybe getting fertilized for my cow population. These guys seem to be struggling a little bit. Maybe they're trying to fertilize that egg and can't because they're too big.
They seem to have just given up.
It's quite sad, isn't it? These guys are doing alright. Chunking through my... I might build another set of live fast, die young herbivores because I mean they've done really well.
Plants, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I think that might be a good idea. So was the goal? So is the we didn't really say like so your goal at the moment is herbivores. That's what we're going with now, right?
Well,
that's
I mean,
I
don't know. I said all about like I came in really strong with let's make carnivores, and
you've clicked load on. I think you've already figured it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you know, it didn't really work. Like what I'd wanted to do is before trying to create some carnivores, I wanted to have a stable population of herbivores.
Yeah.
So we tried a bunch of stuff. It didn't really work. I then said like, screw this. I'm going to make some cows, and that seems to weirdly have gone really well.
Yeah. Have you unlocked all the herbivore beans yet?
No. I've got 4 to go. But
I think those cows down there are breeding, right?
They are, yeah. Well, they've got eggs. I don't know if they're being fertilized. Like, they're spewing out eggs left, right, and centre.
So I noticed you set the hunger quite high.
Hunger. On my
Cows.
On my cows. Kind of makes
Have you?
sense, doesn't it? Let's have a look.
Maybe. Does it make...
No, because hunger was not unlocked when I
I wonder what we should do with hunger.
Make it really high.
Why?
Because I want all these plants to be in.
Okay.
Okay,
but
does that make sense?
Do you want those plants to eat? So that's your priority over having a species that's viable?
No. You're right. So should it be about the middle? Is that what you're saying? Do you think that's too high?
I am not saying anything. I am just
posing questions.
Giving you options, yeah. So
like
currently the one that's there has actually got the cows you've got, their hunger is 0.6.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah. So that's about middle.
That's about middle, it's not middle.
True. Alright. But it's about middle. These guys are much higher. 0.9.
No, that's the one that you've just loaded. That's the the inspecting is on the right. Oh no, they are.
No,
because you created it.
Yes.
Because you'd unlocked the gene. I see.
So the question then is: are they going to be too busy eating to ever fertilize the millions of eggs?
That's what I was wondering. Is that they're just always going to want to eat?
Okay, let's chill out a little bit on that and drop another set and see if these guys will fertilize the eggs of the others.
Yeah.
In other news, Live Fast Die Young is doing its best to do neither of what it is supposed to do, and it is just.
It's just kind of, but I think they just are slow. Didn't they take a long time to get to that height though?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think like a bunch of seeds come down, and one kills all the others. That's my guess. Because they have like crazy seed drag as well. Okay, so I mean my cow population. Let's pop another one out here. And that's not what I meant. Oh no!
What did you do?
I've released Live Fast Die Young on this world. I don't think the world will notice down here, do I?
Well, what if? Yeah, that could be interesting because those are like you've got lots of small plants down there, and now you've just put some big plants down there.
Yeah, but I mean, look how many big. Like I don't think this plant has anything to worry about, really, does it?
Your little plants might have something to worry about.
No, they're going to be fine. Look at my cows. Look at them ranging.
Those seeds fall real slow.
They do. That they do.
We got 30 herbivores. And they're all big ones.
They're big, and they are hungry. So that is good news, I think.
They are definitely killing those plants.
They are. They've got a lot of killing to do, but they
Yeah.
are. They are. They're doing a good job. They're clearing it out.
The seeds are still falling.
Live fast, Sean. Die young.
Mhm.
What time are we getting on to? That's why. Okay.
It is quarter
Past
past
9.
9.
So I'm wary of having too long a stream. So
Yeah.
I think it's T-Rex time.
It's what?
I think
T-Rex time.
Yeah. I mean, I can't actually make a T-Rex because I don't
No.
have the science.
Would you not want to leave the carnivores for another stream?
We could do carnivore stream focus next time. Yeah, we could.
I think that would be a good. Well,
That makes sense.
yeah. So I know you haven't. Oh, there's lots of things falling down the cliff there.
Yeah, they're making a break for it.
Um.
But then they just stay by the cliff.
I
just don't get it.
You're like, is that an egg falling down with it?
Yes.
That's nice.
Rolled itself over.
This is, I think. Look at the graphs for a second and just see if the herbivore population is kind of starting to go up.
Yes. Well, it's been going up for a while.
Yeah.
Insufficient biomass.
I kind of almost feel like there's part of me that wants you to put the time acceleration up a little bit and see what happens. But I don't know if that's against the ethos.
I mean, it's a pile of cows. Like, I have a pile of cows here.
Yeah, but the question is, are those cows going to just eat everything and the world going to die, or is there going to be some point where that doesn't happen? I suppose now it's about keeping an eye on that to the point, stepping in with your carnivores when you think it's just about teetering before you get, you want to just get before that. Be the thing.
Yeah, I mean, they're not dangerous to my world's ecosystem when they just 70% of them seem to want to just pile into a corner.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? They're literally piling on top of each other.
Yeah, and they are all coming down here.
And they can. It's like that. The scene is like World War Z. They're going to eventually get so high that they'll get back on top of that.
Back.
Is that another egg falling down the cliff?
Yeah.
That's kind of interesting. And your other plants up there have started to be okay.
Yeah, they're totally fine. So, yeah, that's odd.
Yeah.
Because then, these guys, they're happy going elsewhere. They're like, it's a brave new world, guys. And they're like, no, let's stick by the cliff. We know the cliff.
Yeah. So,
Insufficient biomass.
But they're different. They are actually different. They have different genes, right?
They do. Some of them have different genes, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. In fact, yeah. Well, there it is. Darwinism hard at work, right? You guys are all going to die because you're idiots. These guys are going to
are they going to die?
Well, they're going to run out. They're going to need food eventually, right?
Yeah, but I don't know. Is it going to get something? They need food, then they turn around and realise there's loads of plants there. That's pretty kind of like, look at your other ones. They're migrating off to the east there, or whatever direction it is. What if they fall down that crevasse?
I mean, they are going to, because they seem to love falling down things.
Yeah, they're just kind of heading. Yeah.
Well, maybe that's a really good time to end it. On that literal cliffhanger.
Yeah. Brilliant.
Yeah, thank you. And my cat seems to be determined for my attention as well. So tune in next time where we find something big enough to eat these big cows I've made.
Yeah. So, yeah. Awesome. Thanks, Dave.
Cheers, John. Oh, before we go, obviously I should say like and subscribe, otherwise we wouldn't be doing the YouTube thing properly. So don't forget to like and subscribe to Pillbug Stuff on this YouTube channel. You can also catch us on Twitter and on Discord. Join in the conversation about ID and the ID update on Steam forums, and on Discord as well.
And everything's on sale right now.
It is everything on
We're
sale.
on sale on Itch.
Everything's
and
on sale.
Psycho 28's on sale on Switch.
Yep. So never a better time to buy pillbug stuff. Enough said, really, isn't it? Enough said.
Yeah.
Thanks, everyone. Enjoy your science.